Oriole fans, if you haven't been to my channel yet this season, or at all for that matter, welcome to the House of Misery. That is the Toronto Blue Jays right now. And now, again, I'm not gonna say Oriole fans don't know misery because my God, they've been through enough. But the Jays are on that verge of, being pathetic. I mean, they're kind of already there, and this series is going bad. It's going to get worse. They lose 7-2 in the series opener to the Baltimore Orioles, one of the best teams in the American League East, and in my opinion, the best team in the American League East. But hey, it is what it is. And they showed us today what a good team looks like, right? How many times have we talked about it where home runs are a big part of offense now? And the Blue Jays just don't hit home runs. They just don't do it. Sure, Vladdy hit a solo shot today, but guess what? They had 2 homers from the number 8 hitter, Austin Hayes. They had a solo shot from Ramon Urias there in the top of the 9th inning. Albeit the game was out of reach by then, but it is what it is. And then Anthony Santander in the top of the 2nd inning. It's a 2-run shot. And oh, by the way, the Jays have not scored in the 1st inning for 25 straight games. A franchise record. The offense continues to be incompetent. And Kevin Gausman was really bad today. And it's kind of in the story of a season. He really can't find any consistency. He went 6 1/3, allowed 6 hits, 6 runs, all were earned, had 3 Ks, walked 1, and allowed 3 home runs. And he was an ERA of .460 through 12 starts this season. He's not been any good. And look, the Blue Jays last year prided themselves on great pitching, right? Pitching and defense. That's what we all prided everything on last season. Barrios had a bounce back year. Great. Gausman, elite. Bassett had a really good year for it. Kikuchi found himself. Everything was great. Now you had that 5 spot with Manoah, but everything was kind of there. But you had 4 incredible starters, and you're asking those guys to do the same thing. Now, Jose Barrios has actually done that, which is great. And Kevin Gausman has not. Chris Bassett had a really good month of May, but he's still got an ERA north 4. And Yusei Kikuchi, look at his last 2 starts, and he hasn't been any good in either of those 2 starts. And Alek Manoah could be done with Tommy John stuff soon enough. So we are in downward spiral there. Your bullpen hasn't really been consistently good. It's been better recently, but you've been playing a bunch of crap teams, so it is what it is there. But they haven't been all that great. Romano's on the IL, and your offense is worse than it was last year. Your team's no good. Now, you know, people say, well, you were talking yesterday. You won 5. Look, I'm talking after a win. I'm going to talk happy about a win. But in the grand scheme of things, I'm not getting jacked up about a Jays team winning 5 of 6 against the Pirates and the White Sox. No! I wanted to see them do it against a real team. And if this wasn't a wake-up call for any Jays fans hanging on for dear life, I don't know what was. Grayson Rodriguez was good. I said it midway through last season when the Jays faced him when his numbers weren't great, but his stuff looked really good. And I'm like, this kid's elite. He's going to be good. He had a great second half of the year, and he's been awesome to start this season. He was good. They had home runs from their depth guys. They had 10 hits in the game. They had an RBI double from one of their young guys, Colton Cowser. And their bottom lineup did a job. And Anthony Santander has 11 home runs. And I saw Gunnar Henderson is 19. And I'm like, the Jays' top home run guy has 10. Like, what are we doing here? The Jays' offense prides themselves on getting 3 straight singles. And if they don't get that, they don't score very much. Dalton Varsho drove in an RBI triple, so good on him for that in the bottom of the 2nd inning to make it a 1-run game early. Vladdy in the 4th inning, whatever you were already down, was it 6-1, 5-1 at that point? So it made it 5-2. His 6th home run of the season for Vladdy. 6 home runs. I mean, Colton Cowser has, that's doubles. How many home runs does he have, though, Colton Cowser? He's got more home runs than Vladdy. Anthony Santander has 11. Now, I'm not going to blame Vladdy because I think lineup protection is a big issue for that sort of stuff. But regardless of that, this Jays offense is no good. Their pitching staff hasn't been as elite as it was last year, and you couldn't have expected it to be the same way, right? You're bound for a little regression from those guys. And the front office was banking on positive regression from your offensive players, and you just haven't got that. Bo hasn't been hitting well. Sure, he had a double in the 9th inning of a 7-2 game. Who cares? He's had an 0-for-16 going into that at bat. Vladdy, he's been fine, I guess, but just a lot of singles for your number 3 hitter. For God's sakes, we're hitting Daniel Vogelback cleanup today. Like, that's where we're at here. And for Oriole fans, I want to tell you one thing. And I've said it all last season, and I said it in the first series that we played you guys earlier. Enjoy the hell out of this, man. Really enjoy it. Because I don't think Blue Jay fans really enjoyed that fun 2021 Blue Jays team that just missed the playoffs, obviously. But they were so fun to watch. We didn't really enjoy it enough. 2022, kind of the same deal. Vlad was still good. Hit 35 home runs, 30 home runs, something like that. Still had a good season. Bo led the league in hits. Like, he was still good. George Springer wasn't cooked yet. You didn't enjoy it well enough, and the last 2 years have been miserable. So for Oriole fans, enjoy it. Enjoy Adley Rutschman. I don't know what's going on here with this. There we go. Enjoy Gunnar Henderson, because dude's fun to watch. Mountcastle, I mean, he's been, we're 284 on the season. Yeah, he's an 0 for 5 against the Blue Jays. Shocker for that. Ryan O'Hearn, who you found him at a garbage dump, and instantly he's been an easier number 4 hitter today, and you turned him into a great hitter. Anthony Santander's been great. Jordan Westbrook, young guy. Colton Cowser's been great. And oh, by the way, you have Jackson Holiday and Heston Kjerstad in the minor leagues. Like, they have a boatload. We're obviously the best team in baseball in the next year or so, but my God, they're fun to watch. And I miss watching my baseball team be fun to watch, because right now it's no fun. I mean, I had my own baseball tonight. I forgot the game was on. Checked in the 5th inning, saw it was 5-1. I'm like, okay, well, now I don't need to look again. And it shouldn't be that way, but it is. Going into play today, the Blue Jays runs per game. Let me pull that up right here. 23rd in runs per game. And that is after you've played these tomato can franchises. And the problem is we're kind of at that point where we might be going to one of them. You know, where are we in home runs in baseball? 25th in baseball. It's not good enough. And it's not going to change anytime soon. This team is who they are. All right? And guess what? It ain't getting any better tomorrow. In fact, it's probably going to be worse tomorrow for the Toronto Blue Jays, as you are going up against one of the best pitchers in baseball in Corbin Burnes. And who the hell are we throwing out there? Maybe opening with Trevor Richards and piggybacking Bowden Francis. Yeah, that's going to go great, isn't it? And Yusei Kikuchi's pitching the finale of the series. And yeah, he pitched, I think, well in the first game against the Orioles this season. And he had a great start to the year. But his last 2 starts have been pathetic. And historically, the Orioles tee off on Kikuchi. So that's going to go great. And yeah, Barrios is in the next game. But who the hell is who they got going on? Albert Suarez. And he has been elite. Has he started games, or is that like an opener type deal? No, 5 starts. Okay, is it maybe an open? I don't know. Whatever. Bottom line, this Jays team stinks. They're a painful watch. I know they're only 3 games under the 500 mark at 28-31. They just won 5 of 6. Blah blah blah. We talked about the schedule they have coming up, and I will say it right here. Okay, Orioles for 4, like we said. Yes, you go to Oakland for 3. Okay, maybe a team that you can beat. Whoop-de-doo. You go to Milwaukee. Okay, what's the Milwaukee Brewers record? 36-24, first in the National League Central. Great. Then you have the Guardians for 3. What's their record? Oh, I don't know, 39-20, first in the AL Central. Then you have the Red Sox, and I don't care who you are, they're a 500 ball club. They're a team that's going to fight you, and they're better than you right now. So that ain't going to be easy. Oh, yeah, then they got the Guardians again. And then the Red Sox again. And oh, look at that. The Yankees for 4. And yes, the Astros are no good this season, but it doesn't matter. You play them for 4 at home, and you got freaking Seattle for 3. I'll be at those damn games, but they're first in the, whatever you feel about the NL or the AL West, they're still first in the AL West, right? It is going to be a bloodbath heading into the second week of July. And the fact that this Jays team is not good, it can get ugly really fast. We might know by Canada Day where this team is headed, and we probably will. And I think we kind of have a feeling of where that's going to be. All right, so you know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and not the game, because if you're a Jays fan, it kind of sucked. Hey, if you're an Oriole fan and loved it, hit that like button, subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Comment down below with thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Blue Jays? Because there's not much to like. There really isn't. Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below, so follow up there if you haven't done so already. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Game 2 of this 4-game set against the Orioles. God, Corbin Burnes, probably against Bowden Francis. 7:07 first pitch at Rogers Center. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and not the game today. We'll talk to you guys then.